Hey everybody, this is Perch, and something about my personality, and I don't expect everybody to be the way I am on this, but I tend to, if a problem arises, I think we should solve that problem. I don't think we should take our eye off the ball because we get bored of the problem. And this is probably one of my bigger aggravations of social media is because it rewards taking your eye off the ball or losing interest in something to basically say, hey, this super huge problem that I'm very impassioned about. I'm crying. I'm literally shaking right now. I'm literally crying and shaking and upset, and I'm literally angry rage right now. Tomorrow, I kind of burn that out of my system, and then there's something new to be pissed off about. I remember years ago now, not too many years ago, but about 5 years ago. 4 years ago, no, more than that. It's before 2016. A number of editors and I was there, and a couple other retailers were there. We were having a nice drink and not a super drink, just a normal drink. And people start talking about Eddie Burganza, and in particular about he wasn't allowed to kind of close his door. If he had guests inside of his office, he wasn't allowed to be work with women and all this kind of stuff. And people are getting kind of heated about it. And I remember saying, like, well, that sounds like a problem. Like that needs to be solved. That's an unworkable situation. People kind of laugh, and then they start talking about something else. I'm like, hang on, let's go back to the you got a guy who is is making a major problem in the office, and be like, we're done with that conversation. I'm like, how are you done with that conversation? You're going to go back in the office with this guy next year, not next year, tomorrow, next week. What's going on? Of course, a year later, BuzzFeed takes care of it for them, and he gets fired. But it's human nature. But it's this revolving door around outrage. That outrage is it's a game. The problem is I don't take any of it seriously. You get really mad about something, and then you zip along and you find something new to get mad about. Whatever super, oh my God, I am literally so angry about whatever it was, it's phony. It's a way to get everybody to say, what you're really saying is, look at me, me over here, spotlight, look at right here. I'm literally so angry. Everybody, look over here. Look at me. I am angry. This person over there is also angry. I am angrier than that person. I am the angriest. Everybody must be angry. But more importantly, look at me. That's how it feels like. And to kind of prove that point, what I want to do for you is back in 2019, before I started the channel, I had this hilarious idea, which in fairness wasn't mine. So this website Slate, which is not the most amazing website in the world, but they did something called Tracking Social Media Outrage for the year of 2018. And basically they did a really nice visual thing. You can still go searching for it. And every single day they tracked what was Twitter pissed about. And their premise and what they pointed out was that every day there was something new. That literally, in this case, the word's used correctly, every day there was a new outrage. And it was the premise was how ridiculous it all was, because nothing stuck, nothing mattered. And so me thinking, I'll do my own version of this. On January 1st, 2019, I started tracking what is comics Twitter outraged about. Okay? And sure enough, guess what? There was something new every day. Amazing. Every day people were pissed about something new. The challenge is I went to February 4th. I'm not sure, somewhere in February. I got tired of it. And I just couldn't, I literally couldn't anymore, because it was exhausting, it was terrible, it was stupid, and weirdly, it was almost always the same batch, the same dozen malcontented dumbasses who do not produce anything of any significant value on Twitter getting pissed about this stuff every day. But let's take a look. So what do we have? January 1st, people claim Tom King faked his CIA background. That was what people were angry about. Angry about that, and angry about the people saying he faked it. January 2nd, people claim Batgirl's appearance in Heroes in Crisis #4 was sexualized. It was kind of a twofer on Tom King. This is where she lifted up her outfit to show scars. January 3rd, people are upset that a friend of Zoe Quinn wrote an article about her comic that was negative. Okay? Or no, maybe the article was about something positive. I honestly don't know. January 4th, Batwoman pilot show said to feature social justice themes. Everybody got really pissed about that, and there's a lot of SJW stuff. January 5th, comic shops close at the start of the year, leading to questions why and accusations. Okay. January 6th, people claim Chelsea Kane is transphobic and racist after tweets dismissing pronouns. Chelsea Kane, of course, writer of Mockingbird, dismissed pronouns, and so people got angry. January 7th, Christian Bale thanks Satan for an award. Why that was a comic topic, I have no idea, but comic people got pretty pissed. January 8th, Second Coming comic features Jesus and his offensive to Christianity. Okay. January 9th, Heather Antos is rehired into comics as a Valiant editor. January 10th, CM Punk trashes Rob Liefeld and Image Comics. Why? I'm not sure. January 11th, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, quotes Alan Moore poorly, and people are angry. January 12th, campaign to remove creators from Indiegogo moves across social media. So this was one of many times where Indiegogo was a Nazi platform. January 13th, Clemson visits the White House, is served fast food, and somehow this gets connected to comics. I don't know why. Again, but this is a Trump thing, and I don't know. Maybe they were Carl's Jr.'s fans who got pissed because I think they serve McDonald's. I don't know. January 14th, Gillette releases a new ad against toxic masculinity, and somehow it becomes connected to comics. January 15th, past comments from Dave Sim come out and spark anger. That also happens every few months, I suppose. January 16th, Dave Johnson reminds people that a sketchbook by EBS is named My Struggle. I always thought that one, by the way, was kind of dumb. Like if you could take a good shot at that by saying, you struggle to get work, or my struggle is to draw good. But instead, they linked it to Nazis. But I felt like there were easier shots that people could have taken with that one that they neglected. January 17th, Diamond changes numbers, showing the comic business finished 2018 down rather than up. And that got everybody pissed, and accusations of sneakery. January 18th, Ghostbusters 3 is announced and won't build from the 2016 movie, prompting calls of sexism. I remember this one got people really mad in comics because there was the Ghostbusters, the 2016, the lady version of Ghostbusters. There was a comic for it. Kelly Thompson and a bunch of Tamara Bondville and a bunch of people got really, really pissed about that one and made a lot of comments and, you know, toxic masculinity on her. Anyway, January 19th, Santa is announced to be depicted as gender neutral in comics. Okay. Then January 20th, how can we forget? Photos and videos around Covington students and the Native American Phillips enveloped social media completely and got everybody super pissed off. I remember I did a variant cover of like that fight as a joke, and people didn't like that. Anyway, January 21st, Tom King is back. Fans are angry with Tom King after Superman comic features pages of Lois death porn. This got people who hate Tom King and people who kind of like Tom King most of the time claiming he was repeatedly fridging Lois. January 22nd, Wonder Twins comic features cross-gender species thunder orgies in a comic that is aimed at all ages audience. I remember that one. That one is another one where the controversy came out and everybody's like, stupid Comicsgate people. And then the comic came out in the store, and then a bunch of shop owners were like, you assholes, because they didn't note that the Wonder Twins, which is traditionally marketed toward kids, and DC was kind of marketing toward that, even though it really wasn't. It was more of a satire book, not aimed at kids. Anyway, you had a thunder orgy, which was not. Comic shops love it when you put stuff in all ages branded books, or books they think are all ages, or even stuff that you don't really announce, like Magic Order. I remember that got some people pissed because there's either some nudity or some. I don't remember the exact thing that happened there, but man, that got people pissed. Anyway, January 23rd, second comic told to remove nudity. Petition grows to 100,000. I don't remember. Oh, this is Second Coming comic. That's right. There's a petition. That didn't go anywhere. Comic or the petition. January 24th, DC Comics announces layoffs but protect senior positions. Little did they know what would happen a year and a half later. January 25th, people are offended at Stan Lee tribute because Stan Lee was a bad person. I remember that. Can't compliment Stan Lee. We're January 22nd, a bathroom door is weirdly drawn behind a bathtub in Batgirl. January 27th, Saladin Ahmed discusses Nazis and how awful they are. Sure. January 28th, jokes are made about the Punisher's average-sized penis. I'm not sure why that one got everybody angry, but I guess Frank Castle has an average-sized penis. All right. January 29th, notable comic shops announced closure in February, and this got more people angry about comic shops. January 30th, someone suggested debate between loud voices on both sides of the comic argument, and more sides ensued. I was one of those people. I remember that got people pissed off. January 31st, Deathstroke comic features a scene that some call anti-gun control. It doesn't call for that, but the controversy comes up anyway. February 1st, Wonder Woman, in time for Valentine's Day, is used in an ad urging men to check for STDs. But this was used without DC's permission, so DC gets mad and anyway, lawyers. Then there was something with, let's see, February 2nd, Kevin Logan does a live stream featuring Rimfamous with a dueling live. Oh, God. Okay, so that's just going to be a mess. Then February 3rd, Mike Miller alters an original sketch from deceased Mike Ringo to his own character, adding his signature. Sure. Then February 4th, reviewer Jake Morrell calls comic Girltown gynocentric in his review. Sure. I mean, then later in the month, Peter Simeti gets swatted, and that's about the time I'm like, you know what? I can't do this to myself for a year. But just to give you a little perspective, that is how stupid a lot of this stuff is, because every single day there is a new dumb outrage. How many of those do you remember? Let me know in the comments below. But this is why it's all a game. This is a stupid game. It's a game done for clout. It's a game done for people to try and feel better than each other. It's a completely useless no-sum game. And everybody involved is a loser, but it's addictive. Like some of these names that were in these controversies, because I had another little table, in this table I had a column over who were the big people, driving it. And it's like, it's the same people. It's the same people today that you see making statements and everything else. Although, like Marvel's reboots and relaunches, you're seeing less and less engagement. All this stuff feels like, Captain Marvel on its 5th reboot. Who's that guy who basically uses other people's arts to make prints? And I don't. He's a weirdo. I don't remember. A lot of these people are weirdos. Anyway, he could regularly get like 100 likes or 150 likes every time he got angry about something, and now it's like down to like 20 likes, and it's like it's all this stuff is burning out. It is the outrage on Twitter and all of these people. It's very much like Marvel's, reboot and relaunch strategy. Every time you get less. And every now and then you reboot, you pop a big number, and then it sinks like a rock. I could do the same kind of chart. It's all stupid. But this is outrage. Every day, a new outrage. How many of those bring back good memories? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and thanks for listening.